Good evening, everyone. My name is Jackie Hastings, and I'm really excited that you're joining us tonight. This is a topic that so many of us have faced. It's that whole being stuck. So there's a lot of times where we'll be working out or exercising or doing our supplements or whatever, and we start to feel stuck in this rut. And sometimes it can feel like no matter what we do, the scale isn't moving, or even worse, it's moving in the wrong direction. I've been there. You're not alone. Sometimes you start something new, eating, exercise, supplements, and nothing changes. There are changes going on, but are you giving enough time to actually see those changes and let them come to fruition? So my background, I have bachelor's in biology and health science and a doctorate in PT. And in so many of these different things, we have people come to us and they say, I've had back pain for 8,000 years. I'm exaggerating, but that's what they tell us. I always hurt. Nobody's ever helped me. Nothing's ever helped me. Right. And you're like, wow, I've got a challenge. Are you open to trying something differently? What's worked in the past? What have you tried? What haven't you tried? So those things have, and you have to get, buy-in with those patients that yes, we do have an opportunity to make these changes. And yes, it is going to take time. And yes, it might hurt a little bit along the way. And yes, you have to do some things differently. Are you willing to do these things and give it the time to change? No, they want to be better yesterday. Okay, can't help those people, right? So, you have to have buy-in from them, that belief system. Can you do this? Can I listen to what you've done? Can we talk about it? Can we come up with some sort of agreement? Are you willing to do a couple things at home? You tried a little bit, they do some of those things, they come back, they're feeling a little bit better, and bit by bit they get it, or they're not doing their things at home or only doing them half-heartedly, and they expect you to magically do everything for them and they get better. It doesn't work that way. And our health journey is just, and you have to have an understanding, you have to be patient, you have to have that consistency, and you have to have faith that it'll actually work, right? If you don't have those things, you can take every magical supplement in the world and you're never going to get better, right? You're not willing and open to those change. So when you're looking for change, are you only looking at the scale to see those changes, or are you looking at other things like puffiness in your hands and face, changes in sleep, changes in energy levels, changes in hormones, monthly cycles, brain fog, body aches, changes in how your clothes are fitting, cravings you're having, or the way you're using the bathroom? Those are all different things that sometimes we start to forget, because maybe things were so horrible in the beginning and things have gotten so much better. You forget how bad things were in the beginning, and you start to kind of have this homeostasis or this level going on, and you forget how bad things were. So the other thing, like when you start a new workout at the gym twice and then quit because you magically didn't get buff, right? You work out, you have some soreness, you adjust your routine, but you continue to go consistently and more than one time a week. You start to notice less soreness with workouts. You start to notice little changes. You start to notice these things over time. And over time, you start to see more changes, right? These changes are even more pronounced when you're feeling your body well, when you're getting enough protein, when you're getting enough water, when you're getting enough sleep, when you're filling your mind with the right things. If you're continuously surrounded by negativity, what causes changes in yourself? What are you feeding your brain and your body? And these changes are more pronounced when you put less junk in your body with alcohol, super processed or refined foods, artificial sugars, medications, and some people require medications. Don't think I'm anti-medication, okay? That's not it. However, pretty much every medication has some side effects. Some are hard on the immune system, some are hard on the gut, some are hard on your hormones, some on your water retention, your kidney function, your liver function, on your metabolism and your energy. So some also kill off good gut bacteria, and some make it so your body doesn't absorb nutrients correctly. So just like this, if you're not getting all those things added out correctly, your workout and your stuff going to work the best, right? So everyone over here is 18 years old or more, right? So a lot of us are a lot more than that, myself included. Over the past 47 years, there have been many different things in my body and things that have been done to me and I've done and all of that. I've not always been the kindest in my body, whether I meant to be or not. Many things in my body have been out of my own control. When I was growing up, our food wasn't the best. My parents both smoked. I was exposed to a lot of garbage. The foods we ate, all of those things, excellent either. So, environmental exposures. I grew up in the Flint area. Do I need to say anything more, right? The water, the air, the food we eat aren't completely clean, even now living in the UP, growing a lot of our own stuff, processing our own animals. We're exposed to chemicals on a daily basis from water, food, air, and the products we put in and on our skin. There's fluoride and chlorine in our city water, and our kids all go to schools that have city water, and we encourage them to drink water throughout the day. And not every kid brings a water bottle. I need lots of jugs of water with me when I'm at school. I need to start doing that when I do that. There's even pesticides in our fruits and veggies, herbicide residues, even found in our children's cereal. Our enriched flour is enriched with things that are not good for many of us in our population. So all that past damage and daily exposure requires a lot to undo it. When I first began using these quality supplements back in 2016, I noticed a big difference. And my hair quit falling out. My body aches decreasing, my belly not hurting so much, and um, sleep and energy improved while the puffiness of my face went down. I just posted a picture today, and it had a picture from me of 2016. You could see my eyes, like my face was all puffy, and my weight now is pretty similar to it was back then, maybe even a little bit more, but there's definitely changes in my face and my hands and the way I feel. It didn't happen overnight, and it's been a process of weeks, months, years, all of those things. So over time, I started to wonder if these things weren't working anymore, unless I did a reset. And those changes from the reset didn't stay forever. The scale was creeping up, but what else was going on? Starting in 2016, over time, there's been a ton of stress. I've had loved ones pass away, nearly losing my husband, teenagers, hello, dear Lord, help us on that. Settling estates from families, COVID, both the era and having had the illness, appendix removal, shoulder surgery, a few other surgeries, medications, pre and post changes, also hopping into the stage of life where hormones in ladies change a lot. That's a lot of fun. Um, why am I expecting everything in my body to stay the same when all of these other things are happening? And I think a lot of people can kind of get stuck in this rut too. They're like, I take my triplex every day, but what's going on? I'm not seeing changes. Well, what else is going on? So people might say, is my supplement routine failing? Am I blaming everything on that, or am I taking responsibility for some of these things? Am I looking beyond? Am I taking my supplements at the best times of the day and every day, like slim 30 minutes before a meal, bio cleanse between meals or at bedtime, probio 5 on an empty stomach, or preferably at bedtime? Am I giving it more than a month? Am I eating good quality food? Am I getting enough protein? Am I drinking half of my body weight in water every day? Am I avoiding artificial sweeteners? When am I exposed to more things like illness, junk I put into my body? Am I upping my probiotics help combat? Am I sleeping enough to give my body recovery time? Is my stress level so high that my cortisol levels are out of control? Do I find myself taking different medications, whether prescription or over the counter? Have I been sick? Am I regularly moving my body? Am I having at least 2 good bowel movements per day? Have I been on any antibiotics? These are all questions to ask yourself and others when they say that this isn't working for me anymore, or you start to think this isn't working for me anymore. So looking at the answers to all of these questions, I bet a few of these are not ideal. Things are under, but I don't know anybody who really lives in that mythical, magical, ideal world. If you do, kudos to you. This will help prep you for those times that you're not. Despite these suboptimal conditions, I can only imagine how my body would have felt if I didn't have my plexus supplements. Remembering back to the world in which I couldn't button my pants well because my hands hurt so badly, my belly felt like it had a hole in it, my hair was falling out, and I never knew when I would have a period. Maybe 60 days, maybe 120 days. Who knows? I didn't. Since I have evidence of the issues with my ovaries, my periods are regular. I'm having some huge wins here, even though I still have a few other things going on. Over the past years, exposure to so many things could be building up in my body. They could be building up in your body as well. Fat stores toxins and our bodies hold on to them. Holding on to these toxins can help hold on to weight. Our body doesn't work as effectively. And the thing about, if your plant is in bad soil, you can feed it, you can put it in water, it'll grow. Every time you water it, more of those things soak into that plant. It's growing, but not as bad. It might be slowly killing it, but it's still kind of hanging in there. So what if you took out the bad soil? What if you put it in good soil? You gave it the right water. You gave it, the right amount of sunshine and air. How much better would it grow? We're not really that much different, right? So sometimes we need to clear out the junk and give our bodies what it needs to flourish. Here's where Restore comes in. We've got this new product. It had been previously only available as part of the reset. Excuse me, it has some amazing ingredients in it, like berberine, peppermint leaf. These ingredients work together for a cellular detox, digestion support, and an appetite control blend. Use it 2 times a day for weight loss or 1 time a day for detox. And you may notice a bigger difference when added to your regular supplement and healthy eating routine. So I started using this when we came back from convention. And since then, I've been on a camping trip. I've had a birthday, I had a holiday weekend, and I am not perfect. I ate bad. I said we're not just water. And guess what? I'm still down 7 pounds, which is huge. When I've been seeing that needle moving up instead of down, to see that has been so encouraging for me because I'm like, crud, now what, So I'm pretty amazed. I think this could be something that could be a big game changer for you as well. So another option, let's look at your Slim. Are you using hunger control or microbiome activating? You may notice a difference if you change from one to the other. And again, making sure you're getting it 30 minutes before a meal versus drinking it with a meal. You're going to do it correctly. Are you eliminating well? Are you going at least twice a day without urgency? If not, you might need some more BioCleanse, or you might need to take it differently. Are you taking your BioCleanse with food? Many foods, including ones with calcium, will bind to the BioCleanse and render it as not as effective. If you've been having more sugars or more salts, those also affect how you use your magnesium and how you store your magnesium. Same thing with stress. You might need to up that a little bit. If you're taking a multivitamin, are you taking it with food to maximize absorption? Or do you get up, take a whole bunch of pills, not eat, grab your coffee, and not absorbing that correctly either. So many of those vitamins in there are fat soluble, meaning that in order to absorb them correctly, you need to have food in your belly with your multivitamin. Are you skipping meals and not eating regularly, telling yourself it's okay because you have enough extra weight to lose? This is not the same as fasting or intermittent fasting, and this is hard on your metabolism. Are you snacking? Do you realize how many calories were in that little bag of chips, ice cream cone, handful of candy, or yummy drink? Oops, I'm guilty of that as well. You guys, my daughter works at an ice cream store. I've got to support her, but at what cost? Are you having a lot of cravings? Holidays are known for treats in the form of food and drink. Have you adjusted your ProBio 5 to help with that? Are you experiencing cravings and yeast-related symptoms? You may need to tighten your dose up a little bit for a while to get that back under control. Just because the bottle says 2, that doesn't mean that's your number. With the autoimmune issues and other things I have going on with my body, and my regular dose is 3 to 4, or I start to notice, especially the achiness coming back in my hands and the rest of my body. So if you're try adjusting your ProBio 5 at least for a week, see if it makes a difference for you. Sleep. Are you sleeping well? Are you giving yourself enough time for sleep, or you just can't settle down to sleep? Lack of sleep plays a huge role with our hormones, and we also crave more carbs for quick energy and fuel to feed our bodies when we're sleep deprived. This starts a vicious cycle. Break it up with more sleep and some probio 5. Stress. Who has that, right? Nobody. If you've been extra stressed, your cortisol and other hormones out of whack, are food properly or storing correctly. Restore for this or even vital biome to help with stress and anxiety levels can be a huge tool in your toolbox. Magnesium is also depleted during stressful times. So BioCleanse, goodness, if I can talk, can help with that as well. There are many medications out there that work on things like ghrelin, leptin, and GLP-1. We're hearing a lot of people having amazing weight loss results with different shots of things and different things, but at what expense? There's side effects. We have Restore, Hunger Control, Slim, and Balance to help with these without all of the nasty side effects. It may take a little bit longer, but where do we want to be in the long term, right? Have you consistently tried 30 days of any of those? When we're on long-term medications, our doctors will check in with us to see if we need adjustments to them. Our supplement routine is no different, guys. Our bodies and our lives change, our exposure to things change, and sometimes we need a tweak. We can also get maybe a little blasé about our routine, skipping things here and there and taking things at not optimal times or dosages. It happens. I get it. But do you like how you're feeling when you do that? Are you where you want to be? What simple changes could you do differently? Do you need to cleanse? Do you need to reset? Do you need to just simply drink more water, eat and drink less junk, and move your body? These little changes can make a big difference, rebalancing your body, rebalancing your gut, rebalancing your sleep, movement, and supplement routine, no matter how long you've been on your current plan, is the key to success. I encourage you to reach out to whoever sent you the link for this to talk about your current situation, your energy, body aches, belly, bowel movements, hormones, and be honest about it. Be honest about your current routine, your supplement, your foods, your drinks, your medications, and body movements to help you find a solution to feel your best and to stick with it. A minimum of 60 days. It may be easier than you think to feel better, to become unstuck. Don't give up. You're not the only one. And think too, you could also be the solution someone else is looking for. So I encourage you to look into these things, reach out for help. And I am looking forward to hearing your success unstuck stories. Have a great night.